Hello everyone. So due to popular demand, here's another episode of Form Check Friday with me, Coach Marlon. Okay, we've been receiving several videos and we would like to continue helping you out, guys, to improve your form and executing several exercises. Okay, for today's episode, the first entry came from Jake, who has an Instagram handle of Swole Jake. Okay, it's a bench press video. So let me play the video. Okay, now he's setting up. It's a bench press video. Okay, so right off the bat again. Okay, so during Jake, during your setup, your shoulder blades were pinched together, which is a good idea. However, although you pinch your shoulder blades together, you fail to depress them. Okay? When setting up for the bench press, if you want a stable base, it's not enough that you pinch your shoulder blades together. You also have to draw them down. Okay? So that's the first thing that I noticed. Second, is leg drive should be on during the entire time, not only as you press the bar up. So it's quite obvious in the video that you are not pushing your legs during the rack off. Okay? You are only reminded of the leg drive when you press the bar up. Okay? Instead of doing that, I would suggest you to actively push your foot against the ground the entire time, from the rack off to the start to the post to the press. Okay? So it should be on the entire time. Next. Okay. The glaring mistake that happened here, that's why you had a difficult time pressing the bar up. Difficult in the sense na the weight should have been much easier kung tama yung ginawa mo, is yung rack off routine mo. Number one, your spotter is not strong enough to rack off the bar. Okay? So what happened is, all of the fuss during the setup, all of the detail that you went through during the setup, na-negate lahat siya nung ni-rack off nung partner mo yung bar. Kasi yung pinching ng shoulder blades mo nabunot nung nilift off niya yung bar. Okay? The assistance was too much. And masyadong effortful din yung rack off. Kasi mahina siya. I'm not saying na weak yung partner mo. I'm just saying that the weight that you're carrying should be rack off by someone stronger. Okay? Naging effortful yung rack off niya eh. So, anong nangyari? Kahit nakatak yung shoulder mo, sumama ka, nabunot yung bar. Okay? If in case na mas malakas yung nag-rack off nito, less effort for your spotter. Tapos, mas matatansya niya yung amount of force na i-apply niya or i-assist niya sa'yo. So, hindi mabubunot yung setup mo. Again, I'm gonna play the video. Okay, from your setup, nasabi ko na yung things that you can improve on, down to the rack off. Okay. Ngayon, during yung press mo paakyat, out of the pause, when you press the bar up, the bar actually hit the uprights. Why? Because you looked sa side. Okay, as you pressed up, tiningnan mo yung bar. Don't do that. Okay? Number one, it will throw you off groove. Number two, it will also loosen you up. Okay? Try to stay tight on the bench. Okay? Ika nga ng mga magagaling mag-bench, be one with the bench. Okay? It's not enough that you just lie down on the bench. It's not a passive thing. You have to be active in terms of connecting your body to the bench, if you know what I mean. Okay? So, yun yung nangyari. Tumama yung bar sa uprights kasi tumingin ka sa gilid nung press mo yung bar. Okay? Also, I noticed during the pause, your elbows were not tracking over your wrist. So what do I mean? When you lower the bar, it looked like this. Okay? So as you can see, your wrists are not in line with your elbows. When in fact, it should be like this. Okay? So what could be the cause of that? Again, we could trace yung error na yon from your erroneous setup. Kung na-maintain mo yung setup mo prior to your spotter unracking the weight, siguro na ma-avoid natin yon. Pero since the spotter exerted too much assistance during the rack off, nabunot yung setup mo, you loosened up, so naapektuhan na yung descent ng bar mo. Okay? To illustrate, there's your elbow. It's not in line with the wrist and the bar. So the press was much difficult than it should have been. And lastly, when you press the bar back up, don't press it towards the rack. Okay? Press it to lock out your elbows. Okay? So nagkaroon ng misgroove sa press. Kasi pag press mo, instead of trying to lock out the elbows, you pressed it back up towards the rack. Okay? So na off groove ka rin doon. Okay? So again, I'm gonna play the video again. The intent of the setup was good, but you could have done better by depressing your shoulder blades and turning on your leg drive. Again, the spotter, next time, have a stronger spotter and a spotter who knows how to rack off. Just enough assistance para hindi mabunot yung setup mo. Pero not too little assistance na mabigat yung feeling once na rack off yung bar. Okay, during the descent, always put attention to your elbows. Make sure that it will track under the wrist and the bar para mas forceful yung pressing movement mo. Also, during the lockout, press the bar to lock out the elbows. Don't press the bar to return it to the rack. Those two things are different. Okay? So that's it for Swole Jake or Jake. Now we're gonna move on to the next video, which is a video submission from Marco Ferrer. Okay, our next video is a squat video again, a submission by Marco Ferrer. Okay? Let me play the video again. Okay, first thing I noticed, number one, is Marco, you should take your time during the rack off. Okay, properly set up the bar against your upper back. Okay, you don't have to be in a rush. Make sure you are tight during this phase of the lift. Okay, the bar should not passively rest over your back. You should push the bar against your back. Pull the bar against your back. Okay, keep it super tight. Also, one thing to look at with regards to this issue is your rack height. Maybe your rack height is too high. That's why you failed to pull the bar against your back during the rack off phase. Okay. Moving forward, I want you to be more deliberate in your walkouts. Okay? Okay. Treat the walkout as your first rep. Okay? The amount of bracing or the intensity of your bracing during the squat should be similar, if not greater, during your walkout. Okay? You want to be tight. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to be tight during the walkout. You would like to be as efficient as possible during the walkout, which means taking less steps, staying tight throughout, and getting into position as soon as possible. Okay? The more time you spend during the walkout, the more time the bar stays over your back, the more energy you are expending. And ayaw natin yun. Gusto natin lahat ng energy expenditure natin mapupunta sa execution ng squat, hindi sa walkout. Okay? Next. Okay? Next issue is your descent during the squat was quite passive. Okay? Instead of doing a suicide dive going down, try to establish your groove in the initial parts of the descent and create tension. Once you establish your groove and you have enough tension, then you can speed up going down. Okay? Ang nangyari is you walked out the weight, you got into position, and then you passively went down. You could have done a better job by establishing your groove first, going down, make it slow. Then, if you're confident enough na you're in the right groove, you can speed up going down. There's one cue that we use, and that is pulling yourself down. Okay, that creates tension in your hips and your legs. So, try to use that. Try to implement that. Always remember that the tighter you are going down, the more it is likely that you will be able to maintain a straight bar path going down. Okay? So, ang goal natin with the squat is to maintain a straight bar path. The straighter it is, the better. Now, one issue that I've seen is during your set, your heels kept on moving and lifting off the ground. Although sobrang slight lang. But you will notice, gumagalaw siya. Okay? So, you can look, this is an issue. You can look into your ankle mobility since your heels keep on displacing during the entire set. So, it can be an ankle mobility or it can be as trivial as you using the wrong type of footwear. So, it's something to look into or investigate. It's quite obvious also during the entire set, inconsistent yung bar path. Okay? The bar path was not straight because your middle back was either not strong enough to maintain a straight bar path or you failed to engage it. Okay? So, yung issues mo going down, I can summarize in such a way na your upper back is not strong enough or you are not engaging your upper back enough. Okay, so let me play your video one more time. So, just to drive the points. Number 1, stay tight during the rack off. Number 2, stay tight and be more efficient in the walkout. Number 3, engage your upper body, pull the bar against your back, and pull the bar going down, engage your legs. Okay, the descent is not a passive act. Okay. Next, and finally pala, you can look into your ankle mobility. Okay, since your foot keeps on displacing during the entire set, it can be an ankle mobility issue or a footwear issue. Okay, so that's it for Marco. Okay, our next video came from Tyler Boone. Okay, with an Instagram handle of Whelpman. Okay, it's a deadlift video. So let me play the video. Okay. From the onset, the deadlift attempt of Tyler looks good. However, he can improve in several points. So the approach was okay, but it could have been better if you have taken enough time to fully brace your midsection and depress your shoulder blades. Okay? Well, I understand your technique. Tawag dito sa powerlifting is bunot. Okay? Pero you could have taken a few more seconds to fully brace your midsection. At the same time, prior to picking up the bar, depress your shoulder blades. Okay? Another issue that I saw is that your elbows were pointed outward. Okay? As you grab the bar, bam, your elbows were pointed outward. Instead, they should have been pointed inward. Okay? You could have rotated the elbows inward for a better lat engagement and for you to be able to remove the slack out of the bar. Okay, let me play the video again. Overall, it looks good considering your style. But again, I'm gonna go back to my first suggestion, which is number 1, take a little bit more time to brace. Number 2, depress your shoulder blades. Number 3, rotate your elbows inward. And lastly, I would suggest you be more aggressive with the anchoring or the first pull. When you remove the slack out of the bar, I suggest you to be more aggressive with it. Okay? Actually, sometimes, tama yung deadlift or magaling mag-execute ng deadlift is if kapag during yung anchoring phase or yung first pull, umaangat na yung bar o kaya nagbe-bend na yung bar. Okay? That's a sign that you're doing a good job of removing the slack. Okay? In your case, Tyler, you could have done better. Okay? If you had simply rotated your elbows in. Okay? Overall, you did a good job. It's just a matter of fine-tuning your technique. Okay? Yun kasi yung drawback ng style mo eh. Since bunot technique siya or fast approach tapos grip and rip, so you have no time to adjust. So the setup has to be perfect. Okay? So I would suggest looking into those issues. Number 1, better bracing. Number 2, depress your shoulder blades. Number 3, rotate your elbows outward. And number 4, be more aggressive with the anchoring part of the lift. Okay? Next video is another squat video from Randolph Mejia. Okay, let me play the video again. There you go. Okay. Okay. So, overall, the squat looks good. If I'm gonna grade it, I'm gonna put maybe 8 out of 10, at least for the angle of the video. So, some key adjustments that you can make. Number 1, again, the angle of the elbows. The elbows are pointed too much backward. Okay? Try to rotate it downward. So you can keep a tighter upper back and use your lats to stabilize your spine. Number 2, you could have done a better job in bracing. So I want you to maximize every inch, every centimeter of space in your midsection. Try to blow up your belly and fill up your belt with your midsection. So take your time with the bracing. Okay. Another point is, as you initiated your descent, you could have extended your hips more. Okay. Going down to maintain a straight bar path and also to engage your hips during the lift. Okay. Actually, I would like to commend you with maintaining good tension going down. You were not passively going down. You were actually pulling yourself down, which is essential in trying to maintain a straight bar path. Okay. One key adjustment that I would like to see in terms of execution is timing your ascent or your ascent better. Okay. You could have done a better job in timing or anticipating the bounce out of the hole. So you don't actually push your legs against the floor after the bounce. Okay? You push the floor with your legs as you bounce. So sabay. So nangyari dun sa later reps mo is, so okay yung descent, okay everything, nag-bounce ka, boom, out of the hole, tsaka ka lang nag-push. Instead of reacting to the bounce, you anticipate it para yung bar velocity hindi bumagal at mas speed through mo yung sticking point. So instead of doing this, do this. Bounce, push ka agad. Okay? Okay, so overall, your squat looks good. Again, I'm gonna play the video. Some key reminders lang. Keep your elbows down. As you keep your elbows down, make sure to pull the bar against your back and engage your lats. Second, be conscious to brace harder. Okay? You know that you're bracing right if it feels uncomfortable. Okay? Try to look for that uncomfortable feeling. Next, you could have extended your hips more as you descended to the squat. Overall, you were able to create good tension going down by pulling yourself down. Lastly, you could have done a better job in speeding through your sticking point by pushing the floor as you bounced out of the hold. Okay? So that's it for this episode. Now going back to my announcement in the start. So I would just like to inform everyone that we're gonna be having a push and pull meet sometime second week of November. Now, the details of that push-pull meet will be included in the description. There's gonna be a link there, so feel free to look into it. And finally, we're gonna be having a contest. Just like this video and share it with your friends, and you will have the chance to win a Kinetix Lab face mask. For the mechanics, again, it will be included in the link below. So that's it for this episode. Thank you everyone. Thank you once again for submitting your videos. For the next submissions, may I request everyone to submit a video with a diagonal angle instead of straight out from the side or in the front, for me to be able to assess your form better. I was not able to critique some of the videos because the angle was too tight. Okay, I wasn't able to see certain aspects of the lift. So it will be better if you can send a video diagonally instead of straight sa side or straight sa front. Okay? So again, thank you everyone. So until the next episode, thank you.